You know what most people do when they start their systematic investment plan? They just pick a number and decide to start investing. They pick a random number like 100, 200 or $500 and they start investing. But that's the problem. An investment without a goal is driving without a destination. You are certainly moving, but you might not end up where you want to be. So today we're going to fix that. I'll show you how you can clearly set up your goal and achieve that financial freedom, such as your kids' education or your dream home that you wanted to buy, all without stressing and doing the guesswork. A goal-based investment is investing not because you should, but because you have a certain goal in mind. When you do a goal-based investing, you're not just investing because you want to invest and grow money, which is of course you should, but you also attach a purpose. Each systematic investment plan has a specific goal, like that early retirement, going to that holiday, or your kids' education. And here's the beauty about that. When you attach a goal to each of your systematic investment plan, you stay consistent, you stop worrying when the market goes up or down, and the best of all, you stay motivated. When you set your goal-based investing, you're not just chasing the returns, but instead you're building something substantial for that dream. Let's make this personal for a minute, shall we? If I asked you, why are you investing? The answer most of the people would give is, I just want to grow money. Now we need to break that down and get a clear sense of plan as to how you want to approach this. So I break this into 3 categories. Bucket 1, short-term goals. That is, consist of any emergency fund that you want to build or that holiday that you've been planning. The second bucket, which is your medium term. This one is between 3 and 7 year period. This one consists of a house purchase or kids' education. And the third one is your long-term goals. This is any investment over 10-year period. This is primarily focused around retirement and also getting that financial freedom. Here's the best part. When you have goals attached to each of your systematic investment plan, you are going to stay focused and stay consistent. And you will not be worried about what happens when the market keeps fluctuating. And most importantly, you would focus and continue to get to your target. Basically, it's like different engines driving towards different destination. All right, let's get practical. How do we decide how much do we need for each goals? I follow a 3-step process which I personally love. Step 1 is deciding what is your goal. If it is to buy a house, how much deposit you need. Let's assume that you need $20,000 in the next 5 years. That is deciding your goal. Second step, put in the numbers. If you are looking at an investment of £250 a month and a 12% return, 5 years, you'll be in a position to afford that. Step 3 is to ensure you set this up on a trading 212 platform where you can contribute that money and set it on an automatic investment. That's as simple as it can get. Follow that 3-step process. Define your goal, what you want to achieve and how many years it would take to achieve. Open a SIP calculator and understand how much return you can expect. Sometimes the return can be lower, but also bear in mind to periodically assess how the investments are performing. Make sure you are setting up the amount that you're going to be contributing and get a visual representation of how much it will be at the end of that period. Third, where you can invest this money. I personally recommend using Trading 212, but there are plenty of other platforms that are available that you can choose from, like Invest Engine or Moneybox. Set the amount that you want to contribute each month, and every 6 months go in and check how your investments are performing and assess to see if you're on track. Remember, it's not about how much you start with, it's about staying consistent. Now life can throw a lot of curveballs. Your income can improve, your expenses can shift, and at times your goals might change. So those are the times you need to assess these 3 things. Every year I ask these questions. Is my goal still relevant? Is it still on track? Third important thing is, do I need to increase the amount to get to a better stage? Remember, even a small top-up can add significant amount of money. Here's a video that I've created which explains to you how top-ups works. Feel free to look at it after you watch this video. Here are some of the things that I always tell myself. Don't invest blindly, don't invest emotionally, but invest intentionally. Because when you start investing on a goal-based investment, you're not just chasing numbers, but you are looking for that freedom that you want to achieve. Whether it's your child's future, your dream holiday, or your house purchase that you're dreaming about in the next 5 to 7 years' time, these are all actual goals that can be achieved. As always, start small, stay consistent, and trust in the compounding. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Do all those things that is required so that YouTube can push this across to people who might find this useful. And kindly do share it with your friends as well if you found this useful. I'm Wilf. See you in the next one.